everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. Fasten your seatbelts for one of the great divisional rivalries in the NFL. This is the first of 2 games between these teams this year, and you know it's going to be entertaining. It's the Steelers going up against the Bengals. With that, let's send it out to our broadcast team, Brandon Guyton and Charles Davis with this Week 2 matchup.
From the banks of the Ohio River, there's a look at Paul Brown Stadium here in Cincinnati, Ohio. Today, after a crazy opening weekend, it's on to Week 2, and we've got a good one here between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Cincinnati Bengals. One man in the backfield, Elliott. He'll get the football here. And he'll get about 6 up to the 27-yard line.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Three yards remaining here on second down. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And right away, he lost the football. And there he goes left side. And he takes it back to the house. A fumble recovery for a Steelers score. The pass receiver turned into a runner, then he turned into a fumbler, and it goes the other way for 6.
I love your description. Although for the offense, they're not too happy about it. But for the defense, what a big-time play for them. Never give up on anything. Sometimes you create your own points.
But the receiver, hard to fault him. He's just going for extra yards.
That's exactly what you're supposed to do, but you have to take care of the football.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This will be fielded at the 8. And he'll get it up just past the 20, and his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Going to throw right side here, complete. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Now let's go.
They'll set up to throw. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. They push him back 8 yards that time on second down. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted. So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. Give him 2 yards on that play, and they're able to convert here on 4th and inches.
It seems like, and it is a gamble on their side of the field, but they have supreme confidence in picking it up on quarterback sneak. You can just feel it from this team.
Now this time he'll look to throw. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. And if this offense is going to flow today, certainly the running back will be a key piece.
Without a doubt, because they asked their runner to not just do that, but to block, to catch, to help set a tone for their offense.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Well, we saw the practice film this week. They wanted to focus on these intermediate passing plays, and it paid off there.
And they took that focus not just to the practice field, but in the film room to show the guys exactly what they wanted, what types of looks they should expect to get, and how they would beat those coverages each and every time, and it paid off on that play.
Eluding the pressure right. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Well, they were coming out of the 4-3 defensively. Pressure coming off that right side from the DN.
And that's the blind side of most quarterbacks. If you're right-handed, that's the side you don't see quite as well. And that's why you rely on your left tackle, maybe your highest-paid offensive lineman, to take care of you. In this situation, that didn't happen.
And a diving grab. I think he got that. Yes. A nice gain of 21 yards.
I'd have to say that whenever you see a good post route run, they do not like to let it end without the catch. Hence, that great diving play.
Yeah, lay it up there, let him go get it. And he got it. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. And a look at the Steelers' defensive unit.
Ryan Shazier ran so fast at his combine that many people thought someone actually ran for him. He's a linebacker who ran sub 4.4, and he uses that speed to make plays all over the field.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Throwing right, and that's complete. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. Well, just play after play after play on this long drive for the offense. So 3rd and 2, and I count 6 defensive backs out there. Looking to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Boy, fought off the tackle, and that effort gives him the first before he's brought down. And 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
He went full scale, loose, flexible, finding a way to catch the ball in some traffic for a key first down.
Yeah, really a nice job of adjusting to the ball in the air. Not the most accurate of throws, but able to adjust and make the grab. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Flush to his right. A dump off to Elliott. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. It's a gain of 9 yards. And it'll be 2nd and about a yard to go for the first. It's a 5-receiver set. 3 to the left, 2 to the right. They'll set up a throw. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And the cutback to the sideline. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. The defense came out with a look that they had prepped for all week to attack. They took advantage, got the first down.
And the key words in there, prepped for all week. They really studied them, understood their tendencies, knew what they liked to do, and prepared their game plan accordingly. And boy, the payoff was good.
And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Now after that last play, there's a Bengal down on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside.
All right, here we go. Green, 39.
Back to throw now on 1st down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. A gain of 6 there on 1st. Second down now after the pass completion. Again, he'll drop to throw. And he will find his man on the outside. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs.
All right, I'm doing my rudimentary math here. That's his 3rd catch here in the 1st quarter. I don't know if it's just game plan or he's just finding his way open.
And maybe a little of both. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. 10 yards still left on 2nd down. And when this offense is clicking on all cylinders, the running back is in sync as well.
The focal point. Runs, catches, blocks, sets a tone for the offense.
4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. 7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. And the linebacking core can certainly be crucial today.
They do everything really, really well. Fly to the football, defend the pass, you name it, they do it, as well as set the defensive front. So much of this game is focus and concentration. And whenever I see guys running the in route, I know that in the back of their mind, they're always wondering who's lurking inside that might put a big hit on them as they try and catch the ball.
And Boswell's kick is good. And that will make it 10-0 here in the first. So the drive stalls out, but they are able to put 3 points on the board.
Yeah, just a yard or two shorter than an extra point, but no problems converting there.
And he will be marked down right there at the 20-yard line. Now this Bengals offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we've got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you've got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? And almost intercepted. It would have been his 2nd pick of the game. Instead, it'll be 2nd down. 2nd down here after the incomplete pass. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And he fires one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. And now out come the Steelers. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about
toe
that.
Bashed it.
Super toe.
Field left, field left. Ready? Set!
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they're able to get this one down to the 25. They were ready for what the defense was showing. They had prepared for that look, recognized it, went straight to the air, got the first. Well done.
Love the recognition because you can prepare for everything. You can watch the tape and put together your game plan, but you still have to understand what they're doing in terms of what they're showing and be able to adjust accordingly, and they did exactly that. Now, that's the type of play that'll fire up a defense, hold them to 1 yard on a first down run. It'll be interesting to see if the offense decides to press the run at all or if they'll abandon it now after gaining only 1 on that play.
They'll set up to throw. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And they do stop him, but he takes it all the way to the 2.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A great effort there. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Steelers are going to add on to their lead. He's got it, and it's 17-0. Uh-oh, flag comes out here. This is going to be roughing the kicker.
When you're going back there on the kick block, and you've got to go to the right point. That didn't happen, ran into the kicker. The penalty flag had to come out.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So now the Bengal offensive unit back out onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here.
No. Check. Patriot.
On second down, Elliott. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
Well, I think we know by now that every run is not going to be broken and get all the way to the end zone. But these short ones still have their value. You can still set up your play action and throw the football. You control the clock because you have the ball and they don't. And often the physicality sets the tempo for the game.
9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. Flushed out right. And he slides to avoid the hit. To give him 17 yards that time, as that'll move the chains.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
One man in the backfield, Elliott. They'll look to throw. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. 15 yards through the air and a first down. And here comes play number 6 on this drive.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one. Now, that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
Look to throw here. This will be caught at about the 6. A 5-yard gain, and now they're set up 1st and goal.
What terrifies defenses when they see slant routes thrown is that the receiver is on the move, and oftentimes he catches it and gets upfield. Does a really nice job rallying to him and stopping him for a minimal gain.
They're going to look to throw. And his throw is incomplete. His big tight end, Tyler Eifert, the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down.
All defenders get tired of hearing about their lack of hands and why they're playing defense instead of offense. But in this situation, it was the hands that made the play. Batting the ball away on an attempted touchdown pass. Excellent job. Way to knock it down.
He'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
They'll motion the tight end across the formation. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. Escaping the pressure right. And he's just going to throw this one out of bounds here. Nowhere to go with it. Incomplete.
Partner, how many times have you heard it? Pressure creates diamonds, right? But it also bursts pipes. And on that one, that's what they got. They got after him, and he was fortunate just to get rid of it.
Yeah, he just had to chuck it away. And Charles, they get the field goal. Took him a dozen plays, though.
Work with me on this one. You know what I'm about to say, right? Bend but don't break. That's what came into play here for the defense. 12 plays were run at them. They only gave up 3 points. In a lot of ways, that's a win for the defense.
And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
That confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory.
Whether it's what we call an even front or an odd front, and an odd front's real easy to figure out. If that guy is lined up over the nose of the center, typically that's an odd front defense. Odd number of people, meaning 3-4 versus the 4-3, which is an even front. You've got to control those guys in the middle. Whether it's the nose or the two defensive tackles in a 4-man front, if those guys can't get moved, you cannot run the ball in the middle of the field. And in that play, they were able to actually take care of business.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
And he's got him. Got his man on the end route. Complete. That one good for 17 yards, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
One of the feature points of the end route is being able to make a nice throw to the middle part of the field. And for a quarterback, that's one of the better throws and better looks that he'll get. But he has to be careful not to wait too long and let his receiver wander into some tough territory. If he's late with the ball, he can get his receiver hit and hit hard.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Eluding the pressure right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. It'll go as a sack for a loss of a yard, and now it'll be 3rd and goal. So backed up to the 6 now, 3rd and goal.
Let's go. Here we go.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. And he's in for 6 and a Steeler touchdown. It's their quarterback, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Steelers find a way to stretch their lead. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21 points. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bengal offense now gets set to head back out onto the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But we also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done. Well, they went for the big play there, but that drop could really hurt their momentum.
Detroit! Detroit! Here we go now. Over!
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. And they'll start this drive with very good field position. So that is 3 interceptions now in this first half. And you hate to ask the question, but let's be honest. We're thinking about it. Do you need to go in a different direction next series?
Potentially. We know that he's probably not going to be on the Pro Bowl ballot. That's not really his stature here. But he has been their starting quarterback for this game. So they've got to weigh things about who's behind him. Do they think he can snap it back into gear? Maybe change up the play calling to help him out a little bit.
They'll set up a throw. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Looked like they had an opportunity for a big play across the middle, but he didn't have the concentration or the focus necessary and dropped it before he could haul it in.
Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. They'll look to throw, and he comes back with one complete. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. And he will find his man on the end route, complete. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8.
One of the selling points of the in route is it gives the quarterback a really nice sight line to his receiver and almost on a direct shot, able to throw the ball into the middle of the field and have a great chance of success as they did on that play.
A nice pickup of 6 there to get him closer to the end zone, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Now back, got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown. Their dangerous wide receiver with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Steelers are going to add on to their lead. And it's up and good. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half.
And when all else fails as a defender, when you're not there in the coverage, your best friend is exactly what we saw there. A big play shot taken by the offense. Unfortunately, it ended in a big drop.
So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll send you down to Orlando, where Larry Ridley has our EA Sports halftime report. Larry, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be taken very short. And they'll be set up with good field position here as he gets this up over the 40-yard line. The Steeler offense now with a football first here to begin the third quarter. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it. In the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. So they pick up the first down after the run, and now they approach for the fresh set.
Back that it up. Here we go now. Green, 39. Back that it up, Philly. Here we go. Tighten up. Now that's it.
Now a play fake here on first down. And he'll just chuck this one up into row G. It's incomplete.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. They come out 5 wide. 3 of them to the right side. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8. 4 yards on the play, and that leads to the 1st and goal.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
1st and goal from the 8. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. A great play there with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And this Steelers offense, they continue to pour it on. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Here's the Steelers' kick team as they'll boot this one away. This will be taken short. And nowhere to go. He'll make it back only to the 5-yard line. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. They trail offense first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Second down following the incompletion. They'll come out in the pistol. From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. And his throw here's incomplete.
When everything is in sync on defense, that means everyone's communicating really well, and sometimes it's nonverbal. They just know that when a receiver's in one spot, this person may have him, and he's in another spot, the next defender may have him. And they've squeezed the passing lanes down to where it's so difficult.
He rifles one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. Then he'll be marked down at the 2-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6. And now the Bengal defense here calling a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. From the 2-yard line now, it's first and goal. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be second and goal. So stuck from the 2, now what?
You know me pretty well. What do you think I want here?
Play action?
Definitely. Let him get outside and create. And if he has to run it, he has a little bit more space.
They'll drop the throw. And oh, not only did he drop it, he dropped it in the end zone.
After all the preparation, all the practice, a play like that will absolutely break your heart. They had everything they wanted, just unable to complete it. In the end zone, a big-time drop.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Their dangerous wide receiver with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Steelers capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be fielded at the 8, fighting through. And they'll start in a hole here as he's brought down at the 11-yard line. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right? Minimizing
those and maximizing opportunities.
Shift together here from the D-line. Now they'll run it on the toss. Oh, spinning away. And some room for him there as he'll take this up to about the 15. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here.
And that's not a call you see every day. A toss play inside their own 10-yard line. Takes a little bit of brass right there, and they were able to get a little bit of yardage.
And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that second down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
And they'll run it here. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
That was a really nice play, able to stack that one up. When they get back in the huddle, he's got to tell his guys up front, great job. They kept people off of him, allowed him to run free and make the hit on the runner.
Filled the gap nicely, kept him to just a 1-yard gain. And ready now for 2nd and 9.
Here we go.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Looking deep downfield. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd.
But it's not been the best game for him, but he definitely tried to get by with a little help from his friend there, trying to create a big play.
Couldn't do it, fell incomplete. But you're right, hasn't been a banner game here in the second half, just trying to get going.
Big thing is trying to keep confidence up and continue to fire.
Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Trying to lay one up deep. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. Out comes the Steeler offense now, ready to see what they can do here. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive.
Here we go now. Watch it now, Barney. Here we go now. Check.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
And this defense looks for one more stop here on 3rd after the run. On play action, they'll throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And that'll bring up 4th down on the big sack with a loss of 5.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
Cincinnati now ready to take the field. So the D-line's going to spread out. They go back to the air here after the INT. And he's got his man on the out route. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. So they complete the pass, and now they face a 2nd down.
Flex round! Flex round! Here we go! Flex round! Flex round!
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He's going to sling this deep down, and he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. A great read, and it's picked off. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And he'll get this one across the 20, but only up to about the 21. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
You know how we get focused at end of the half and into the game situations about how much time's on the board and, you know, what you need to do? Sometimes you don't even have to worry about that. That's just smart football. You know, that kind of a lead, staying in bounds, it burns clock, even in a situation that we're not really focused on it.
And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Another good run there, and now we're seeing an offense that's imposed its will on a defense. When we talk about that all the time, what does it really mean? It means that the guys in the offensive line look like they can do whatever they want. They're in the huddle saying, run it again. Give us another chance to smack someone and create some space. On the defensive side of the ball, Not only have they imposed their will against you, you're almost powerless to figure out what you're doing there, but you got to keep your spirit up at the same time, and they're taking that too.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
And they'll go with the ground attack here. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
It's a 39-yard punt, and good coverage means a loss on the return. And the Bengals will have a 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. The Bengals getting set to go. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because his confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
2nd down and 4. Possible run anticipation. Here's the D-line sandwiches together. They'll run it now out of the gun. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
Well, depending on the temperament of the head coach, he's either turning to the bench and screaming, where was that all game? Or maybe he's just kind of keeping it to himself and saying, okay, it's something to build on, and a positive comes out of a bad game because those are going to happen from time to time. We'll see how he gets his team ready to go in the future. But that run right there, that's what they were looking for.
They'll run it now out of the gun. A strong running. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here.
Really tough drive, but that run helped salvage something there because now there's something positive that came out of it. They got to see good blocking, good push by the offensive line, wide receivers trying to get involved, a good run by the back, and now maybe it'll be a catalyst for them to look at going forward, watching it on tape. Maybe they can keep incorporating that type of a run into their offense.
It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
No gain on the play there, 2nd down. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old-school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion. And both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
They threw the screen to the perimeter, but to no benefit at all. Tackled behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of yardage.
A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it is incomplete. The Bengals try it, but it doesn't work out. And the Steelers, they're going to take over an excellent field position. Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone. But he was stopped on that play. He's had plenty of carries all afternoon. Every now and then the defense is going to win one, but I don't think they'll shy away from handing it to him the rest of the game.
A handoff as they run the counter play. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it third down.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
They'll look to throw here. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up fourth. So out comes the field goal team now for the second time here today. This from 54 yards away.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this third down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they run successful.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens things out even further here in the fourth.
Hey, in this league, you can never have too much. So if you're in range, grab the 3 whenever you can.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And on that last drive, went for it on fourth, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on fourth down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened there.
That factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense.
And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on first down to set him back on second. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this.
There we go. Nice play, baby. Tight right.
One man in the backfield, Elliott. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. They got pressure there and only rushing 3.
And there's a defensive coordinator right now who is celebrating not just getting home with 3 there, but realizing if that's the type of pressure he can get in the entire game, then his pass defense is going to be excellent. You're dropping 8. Where are you going to go with the football?
So a second down incompletion now brings up third down.
All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39. Hot. Hey, we got Mike 50. Mike 50, yo. Hot. Check that in. Check that in.
Now whistles and a flag, and I believe a Bengal got going a little early there. So a costly penalty and now a tougher third down situation. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Out of the gun now on third down. Flushed out right. Now a desperation throw. And got his man complete. A big third down play there for the Bengals. 49 yards. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. On first down, he'll drop to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
We just saw another example of really good defensive football, which has led to the cushion that they have in this game. Got to him once again, knocked him on the ground, forced an incompletion.
Now they've set the tone. It's one thing to set the tone, another to come in here on the road and set the tone. He's going to let it fly. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. They have the big cushion here in the final stages of this one. I don't know if there's any better feeling than being up big on the road.
There really can't be, because for a team to go on the road and win in the NFL, that's huge to begin with. But just think about all the preparation that went into it. When they first started talking about this game, leading up to it during the week, going on the road, unfamiliar city, obviously, unfamiliar hotel. No one's going to be with you once you get to the stadium. They're all going to be against you. You name it, all those things they had to deal with, they were able to conquer them and do it convincingly.
Yeah, they did it very convincingly, and now the final moments of this one.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, Hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Now let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90. Hot.
Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them. And now the Bengals are going to call another timeout. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He's going to let this one go deep. It's caught inside the 25. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. 44 yards.
And they just had another big completion there. And I think in days gone by in the NFL, you might have asked, is this a little bit of overkill? Is this rubbing it in? I don't think people feel the same way nowadays.
It's the age-old argument. Then you could say on the other side, if you're going to get angry about it, stop it, right?
Go ahead and stop me. And I think a lot of the times they just look at it like, let's just play the game. And however it turns out, it turns out.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they